Michel'le into oblivion. He also attacked D. Barnes back in the day, the journalist, because of some beef, not even between, that had nothing to do with her. Some beef between him and Ice Cube, who ended up leaving the group. And Ice Cube, I loved you. That is all. Dr. Dre is trash.
Baby, this is what you came for. Lightning strikes every time she moves, and everybody's watching her, but she's looking at you.
Alright, EXO lovers, is Britney Mechelle. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Now, I am back today to talk about something a little bit more serious. I'm not sure if you have already seen it, but if not, spoiler alert, okay? I just recently watched the Michel'le biopic, Surviving Compton, Dre, Suge, and Michel'le. Mr. Dr. Dre. I can't. And his supporters out here who are just victim blaming and making so many excuses for why a man should be able to put his hands on a woman in that or any other manner. Like, it's tired and I'm tired and I'm asleep. Like, I don't have time for you to be out here thinking and wondering and all of these things for why it's okay for that man to have tossed that girl around like she was Raggedy Ann. Like, I don't have time for that. And the manipulation, I mean, this movie showcased so much that it was just not even funny. I literally, no joke, cried like a effing baby through the majority of this damn movie because I was just so hurt. And it wasn't even just about Michel'le. It's the simple fact that I might have did it, I almost did it, but I won't. I will not make this a WOC thing. I will make this a women thing. You're lucky. And I got some more for you who want the WOC version. How in the ever, today I will just make it uniform. Women go through so much and we're expected to just either get over it, let it go. I mean, that could be tied up into the same thing, but some people want you to completely forget it. Other people want you to just put it in the past, leave it, and, you know, just, oh, they're going to get theirs and XYZ. And that's not always the most simple thing to do, especially when you've been abused, whether it be mentally, physically, emotionally. Those things stick by you. And the fact that, spoiler alert, Michel'le's Mima or whatever, her grandmother was telling her, oh, well, that's just, even as a little girl, oh well, you don't say that you'll never let a man hit you, and if he does hit you, you need to figure out what you're doing wrong and straighten up. Wouldn't happen, Captain. Not mine. I have a son. I have a son, okay? And I would never tell him that, oh, it's okay, you know, if she's messing up or if she's doing something wrong, for you to go ahead and just slap her into oblivion until she gets it together. Like, that is not okay. And even vice versa, I would tell my daughter, it's not okay for you to put your hands on a man. Like, you're asking for more than you're able to, you know. Just watching this was just so heart-wrenching. The fact that he did not call the baby by name, like he kept saying that we have a kid together, we have a baby together. And she repeatedly said, like, and you still won't call him Marcel. Like, what? I don't have any time. I don't understand. He was abusing her physically. Everyone around knew about it. No one except for maybe just, oh, nah, man, chill, stepped in to intervene to assist her. And I understand the whole logic of, okay, you don't want to get involved in certain situations because the women a lot of times will go back. And I don't want to say it as plainly, but it's just 100, just keeping it 100. A lot of times people don't want to get involved because they know at the end of the day the woman's going to go back to the man. So why would they cause friction if there's going to be no point at the end of the day? How in the ever to associate oneself with the likes of trash, like you stink? Like, I don't understand. Like, there's no other explanation for it. If you're going to be out here hanging out with this person, chilling with this person, working with this person, birds of a feather out here flocking together. Like, I don't see how y'all are not guilty. Like, I don't see how y'all are not accountable for the sins of your fellow brothers. Like, I don't see how it's okay for people to say, oh, she should have left, she should have just, you know, she's stupid, she crazy, da 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 da. But for him it's just like, oh man, you know, man, I like these beats though. Like, I can't hear you. Like, I don't have beats, but I still can't hear you. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand how it's okay and it's being just dismissed. And the fact that he not only whooped Michel'le into oblivion, he also attacked D. Barnes back in the day, the journalist, because of some beef, not even between, that had nothing to do with her. Some beef between him and Ice Cube, who ended up leaving the group. And Ice Cube, I loved you. That is all. Anyway, the fact that he had already had various, she was the first person, but there had already been various street talk, chit chat rumors about him abusing women. D. Barnes was the first one to actually, you know, have him charged for it. And there's still this, oh well, people, these girls need to let it go. They bringing up stuff from XXX years ago. But you still out here bringing up how XYZ, you know, cheated on you back in high school. And y'all still out here, you know, complaining about, you know, what y'all mama didn't do for y'all and what y'all daddy didn't do for y'all. But these women need to let this type of abuse go. The way that he beat on her, like, the first time, I'm telling you, I'm thinking I'm gonna be cool and to the end of the movie it's gonna get worse or whatever. No, the very first time he put his hands on her and the way that it was, she literally up in there in her nice little slumber, and he comes and just starts wailing on her. And you think that there's purpose for that? You think that there's cause for that? You think that because he turned around and he cried in the bed that that's okay? That is cool? Nah, I don't. No, I don't. And I don't have any respect for anyone who thinks that these actions are okay. I do not have respect for anyone who trivializes domestic violence. Like, how can you wrap your mind around that and be like, oh, that's cool? And then the deeper part of it is the fact that I mentioned earlier how the grandmother was telling her, you know, this is just what happens, this is just what it is, you need to make sure that you're straight. And even at one point told her, just think of it, you know, you're just a hard job and you're getting a big paycheck. It's like, do you guys not understand that we are just out of the era of, you know, societal acceptance of domestic violence? We are just slowly creeping out of that era, and people act as though it's not a problem. People act as though, oh, she should just leave. Do you not know how many women are killed or otherwise seriously injured when they try to leave their abuser? Do you understand that there are overcrowded, underfunded, and non-vacancy domestic violence shelters out here for women? And on top of those other wonderful things that I already said that they are, they're dangerous for those women and or the children that they bring with them. So it's more than just to say walk away and go. It's more for us to have these men take accountability and responsibility for their actions. It's no longer boys will be boys. It's no longer, it's okay. It's none of that. Dr. Dre is trash. If these allegations are true, and I'm under the assumption at this particular point that they are, because this is not the first woman whom we've known. I've known Dr. Dre to be an abuser since I was a little girl. I was born in 1989, right when n.w.a started popping, okay? I have always known from a young age that he's about that life out here. So why all of a sudden are we pretending like that's not the case? Well, like I said, under the assumption that these allegations are true, I think that he's trash. I think that the people who allowed this to happen are trash, and I have lost a lot of respect for people who just don't even need to be named in this particular situation. Bottom line. So that's all I have. I'll come back with some more videos about this topic because it's something that I'm very, very passionate about, and I have so many other thoughts and so many other points about it. But I just wanted to put this in the scope of the Michel'le biopic. I didn't even touch on Suge Knight, Sugar Knight. The manipulation is real. That's all I'm really gonna say with that. It was clear that he really set her up to run her it's very sad that she was basically groomed by those she trusted, her family, her mother, her grandmother, to accept abuse. Do not accept abuse. XO lovers, is Britney Mechelle.